Good evening, SCPA. I'm Adrian Antonio.
And I am Mary Lear, and you are watching the first episode of The Surface.
We are so honored to have all of you joining us this evening. This show was created to offer the students of SCPA a way to keep grounded on the topics that are relevant to our community.
Yes, it's certainly been a weird year, so we wanted to create an environment where we can connect and speak to each other like we would in a typical setting. So just think of this show as a glorified conversation with some of your friends at lunch.
Yeah, each week we'll break down a new topic on the minds of our fellow classmates. And to kick off this series, we'll be discussing a topic that has not just impacted SCPA, but every student in America: online learning. This episode is titled Drained, and not just because our laptops' batteries die during class, but because we, the students, are drained too.
Exactly. But before we continue, Adrian, what's going on above the surface?
Well, Mary, we got a lot of stuff going on this week, so let's start off with some announcements from ASB. ASB's Spirit Committee is hosting a Valentine's Day Spirit Week, which started today on the 8th and will continue through Friday, February 12th. Participation for Valentine's Spirit Week will require students to have access to social media, as the Spirit Committee will be posting fun activities and polls for students to participate via Instagram. Do you like boba? Mary and I do too as well, which is why we'll be supporting SCPA's junior class of 2022 at their fundraiser with Dingty National City, which started on the 7th and will end on Saturday, February 13th. Make sure to show the flyer found on their class Instagram page at SDSCPA22 to the cashier so that your order counts towards the fundraiser. And also, both Junior Class Cabinet and Senior Class Cabinet have opened up jersey submissions, which can be found on their respective bios on their class accounts. Once again, Junior Class's Instagram is at SDSCPA22, and Senior Class's Instagram is at SDSCPA21. Moving on to clubs. If you enjoy TV shows like Jeopardy and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, join Academic League. SDSCPA's Academic League is open to all students and meets Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3:30 to 4:30, with matches against other schools on Thursdays at 7 p.m. This week, Academic League is facing Mount Everest Academy. Follow their Instagram at SDSCPA Academic League and join their Remind at SCPAAC. Want to be a Dolphin? SDSCPA Key Club has recently voted for their 2021-2022 Board of Officers and will be having a meeting this Friday, February 12th from 1 to 1:30 p.m. to announce the results. Join their Remind at SDSCPAK or follow their club Instagram at SDSCPA Key Club to stay up to date with their events and projects. They hope to see you there. And remember that we have a 4-day weekend this week starting Friday, so don't go to your Zoom classes or else you'll be pretty lonely. Well, Mary, that's what's been going on above the surface. Back to you.
Wow, that sounds great. So let's move on.
So, Mary, we sent out a survey to our peers regarding the pros and cons of online learning.
Yes, I want to take a moment just to thank everybody who submitted this week. Make sure to stick around to find out how you can make your voice heard on the surface.
Now, Mary, let me ask you one of the questions asked on the forum. How has online learning changed your learning experience?
It has changed a lot. You know, most of my academic classes have stayed the same, but I'm a musical theater major, so my arts classes have been really different. Most of my monologues and songs have stayed relatively the same, but I cannot dance at all in my bedroom. What about you?
Luckily, I'm only a third of the trifecta it takes to be a musical theater major, but I do have to admit, taking vocal classes online has been very interesting. For example, I never thought I'd have to be proficient with audio mixing, but here we are in 2021.
Yeah, here we go. At least you've gained a new skill to put on your resume. You know, I am amazed at how much students have overcome and what the obstacles they've faced with online learning.
Yes. For example, the Junior Dance Showcase. In the words of Lady Gaga, it was talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same. It's so impressive to see how we've all adapted. But enough about me and Mary. Let's dive down below the surface and see what you, the audience at home, said.
Yes. So one student said that they prefer a school environment to stay focused and engaged, and that the interaction that we get with our teachers and peers is much more motivating compared to online learning. However, another student says that despite being a hands-on learner, online school has made them better at adapting and taught them to be more self-motivated.
Ooh, I sense a bit of disagreement, but to each their own. I respect it. I happen to be more of a kinesthetic learner, so I completely agree with the first response. But I'm stoked if online learning's working for you. Just, for me, it's been kind of hard. But I
There are so
celebrate
many
you if it's going
things.
good.
Absolutely. I must say that I love being able to wake up like a minute before class and stay in my pajamas.
Oh, for sure. I know Miss Babby's in the audience right now, and I know how tired she was of hearing, "Oh, my internet crashed." I was just getting a few more minutes of sleep in.
Yeah. We also asked students what the most detrimental aspect of online learning has been. Adrian, will you read some of the responses?
My pleasure, Mary. This student says, I could feel myself reverting back to my introverted shell, and I miss doing normal teenager things. I empathize with that sentiment completely. Gen Z, we suck at socializing, and put us in a pandemic, it's even worse.
Absolutely. I've been watching so many TV shows and movies recently about like these crazy high school stories, and I do feel like I'm missing out. Like, at least in Perks of being a Wallflower, they had each other, but I only have my computer and my pajamas.
You and me both. Don't you just miss the tiny interactions you'd have with random people? For me, whenever I'd walk into music theory, I'd shake the hands of everyone sitting in the first row. But now I can't even shake hands with anyone.
I know, but at least it's not all terrible. Several students said that they've grown a lot better at time management, and one student is appreciative of the increased time that they get to spend with their pets and family. I must say, I totally agree. I've loved being able to get some quality time in with my family before going off to college next year.
I'm with you there. I've loved the quality time spent with my family as well, and I know my mom and dad are watching at home. Hi. Well, I am home, but it's been a whirlwind for sure. It's nice to hear, though, that students can find positivity in such bleak and depressing times. But you know what, Mary? We haven't really explored how teachers are adapting to this.
I know, people have really been centering the students, but teachers are people too, which is why we are so excited to introduce our first guest on The Surface. You know her as a TikTok star. We know her as our math teacher in our sophomore and junior years. We are so thrilled to introduce the incomparable Miss Mooney.
I'm sorry.
Hi, Ms. Mooney.
I love that introduction. Thank you so much.
Ms. Gutierrez, behind the scenes, can we get a clip of one of Ms. Mooney's TikToks?
Choose your character.
No, that's a true work of comedic genius. Hi, Ms. Mooney. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me, guys. I love this. You guys are doing fabulous.
Thank
You do too.
You as well. So we wanted to start off, obviously you have adapted to online learning in your own special way with your huge following on TikTok. So how did you decide on this platform? What made you pick TikTok?
Well, it all started with my daughter, who was on TikTok, and she wanted me to do this dance with her. And I suck at dancing, but as I went on it, I found that there was this teacher community there that was awesome. And I just slowly, first it was moms of TikTok and celebrities. So I watched a lot of Twitch and a lot of Drake and all of their TikToks. But then, it gets you into a niche. And so as I started watching more teachers, that's all that shows up on my feed now.
So you're a star of Teacher Talk. I respect that. I've been trying to get my mom on Plant Talk. She loves gardening, but I think it's amazing that you're doing this. Do you have a special dance or a favorite dance that you've learned?
I cannot do one freaking TikTok dance ever. They always look so cringy to me.
I can't dance either. That's why I'm not a musical theater major.
So right there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were wondering, do you feel that this connection with other teachers on TikTok has made you a stronger teacher, or do you really just love TikTok for the socialization aspect?
Actually, I have learned so much content about technology for teachers. I would not have the classroom or the engagement in my classroom if it were not for TikTok. It's been the best PD, professional development, ever. And it's always in 1 minute bites. So you can learn something in 1 minute and then just watch it. And so hopefully my kids that I've had in my classrooms, feel like, oh, Miss Mooney's got it together. When I actually don't, I just learned. So I got some tricks.
That's great to hear. And
Yeah.
you've been teaching as well. Ms. Gutierrez, the last TikTok, the one with the unit circle. Can we show that one?
Okay.
Now, you're not supposed to do this, but this how I do it. Now, you also not supposed to do this, but this how I do it. Nobody showed me this, but I'm telling you, okay? So don't tell nobody. This how I do it.
Hey,
That one gained significant popularity. How many views does it have, Ms. Mooney?
it has 900,000 views, almost 1 million. Go watch it. Everybody, go watch it. I want 1 million views.
Let's get Ms. Mooney to 1 million. Go onto that TikTok, like it, share it.
Yes.
And then I could quit. And then anybody who's ever had me as a teacher knows that what that is. Everybody that doesn't, you will find out if you have me. So
It helps me. It certainly helps me a lot doing the unit circle unit. I must say.
Unit circle, you knew.
It's a bit ironic because Mary and I, we were partners for a project about the unit circle in your class last year. So This is amazing to just be here with you right now.
Is that the one where you had to make a song?
No, we made an infomercial.
Yes.
An infomercial. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you know, this show is structured around not interviewing, but surveying students and asking them about different topics. This week's obviously about online learning, and we asked students what they wish teachers would know. And one student says that they feel as if teachers are giving them work as if they have nothing else going on, and they're getting more work than they ever have before. Do you think that this is a fair assessment, or do you think that things are just different because of the current learning conditions?
I would hope that that is not true. I know that, okay, I can speak for the math department. And the math department got together at the start of all of this, and we all said that, nope, we cannot teach all of everything that they're supposed to know. And it's a pandemic. They have other things going on. Okay, we know that there are students who are babysitting. We see the little brothers and sisters behind them while they're trying to be on Zoom. So I'm hoping that all teachers are cognizant. So we have reduced our workload to like 10 problems over 2 days. So I'm hoping that all departments have lessened the amount, although, time management wise, maybe that's not, a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but this is atrocious for everybody. Nobody likes this. Teachers hate this with a passion. Okay, that nobody there. Hopefully there is no teacher that go, yep, I like sitting at a computer board and not having to deal with students in my face all the time. I would rather you in my classroom annoying me and making me laugh and just making fun of me than to be sitting like this and you guys are in little boxes, your little cajitas. I should call you my little cajitas, my little boxes.
That does lead me to my next question, which is on the flip side, what do you think that students struggle to recognize from your perspective as a teacher? What are they not understanding about your perspective?
Well, I think we're getting it under control since this is our second semester, but I think that teachers need to be honest and tell their students, are you still there? Oh, because my thing was, we really don't know what we're doing either. Okay. Our technology, we're learning on the go. None of us are, Mr. Antle, who's, tech whiz. We're just trying. I have TikTok to teach me. Not everybody does, so just, have a little grace for teachers too. If they don't seem to know what they're doing or, Okay, Miss Mooney, share your screen. No, Miss Mooney, you're still muted. Miss Mooney, you're just like, we have all those problems too. So
Absolutely. I know that you said that even like your methods of grading have had to adapt since moving online.
Yeah, if you've ever had me, you guys know that you guys graded your own papers, and I collected them, and I reviewed them for content and for did you understand. But now, and this is another reason why I have lessened the amount of assignments given, because I have to grade every single assignment that comes in, just because, you know, you did it, you want feedback, and so I have to give you that feedback. But yeah, so if I don't want to be, you know, spending hours grading, then you shouldn't have to be spending hours actually giving it to me.
That makes sense to me. That makes complete sense.
So
Yeah. I miss those little stamps that we'd get on our paper. The cactus one, that was my favorite.
Same. The cactus, I would kill to see that cactus again.
Yeah.
I know. So, but yeah, that's all for me.
Great. I think we have one more TikTok that we prepared to show tonight. So if we could show that now, that would be great.
It's not that hard. Swing, snap, rock.
Told you I couldn't dance.
And I see someone in the chat, Alyssa Ricchino. She and Arleth Rubalcaba. They were the ones that went up to you to ask for extra credit for the TikToks, right?
Yes. They asked if they could get a little bit of extra credit if they made a TikTok. And it was, Alyssa's was awesome. It was about how students different majors come to class. That was awesome. So yay, Alyssa, she did great. And they got their extra credit too.
Good for them. I certainly should have made TikToks then.
I still remember there was a missionaries and cannibals activity that you did at the beginning.
That was so fun.
And it was Carl's. I just remember it was Carl's group, and it was like TikTok girl, and it was about TikTok, and I had absolutely no idea what it was about.
I was in that. Yeah, we dressed up as Visco girls. Which was
I thought you were mine. No, you weren't.
Yeah. So yeah, but how times have changed.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. This was amazing. Ms. Mooney, everyone.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you so
for
much.
having me.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh. Well, I think that's enough teachers for this week.
Yes.
Let's move on. I'm kidding. I love Ms. Mooney. She is a great teacher. I miss her a lot.
She's wonderful. I must say my GPA has improved since I've stopped taking math, but I do love Miss Mooney, and I'm so glad that we were able to have her tonight. But this isn't a show about teachers. It is a show about students.
By the students, for the students. So it's time for our segment called Student Spotlight. Each week we'll feature a work of art created by a student at SCPA on this show. And our first piece for the first episode of The Surface will be a music video and cover of Grow As We Go by Broadway star Ben Platt from junior musical theater major and future Broadway star Giovanni Diaz de Leon.
Exactly. You might recognize him as Usnavi from In the Heights last year. So let's roll the clip.
Don't know. You need to go and find yourself. You say you'd rather be alone, 'cause you think you won't find it tied to someone else. Ooh, said it's true that the growing only happens on your own. They don't know me and you. I don't think you you have to leave. If to change is what you need, you can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go. Grow as we go. You won't be the only one. I am unfinished, I've got so much left to learn. I don't know how this river runs, but I'd like the company through every twist and turn. Who said it's true that the growing only happens on your own? They don't know me and you. You don't ever have to leave. If to change is what you need, you can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. I don't know who we'll become. I can't promise, it's not written in the stars, but I believe that when it's done, we're gonna see that it was better that we grew up together. Tell me you don't wanna leave, 'cause if change is what you need, you can change right next to me. When you're high, I'll take the lows. You can ebb and I can flow, and we'll take it slow and grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go. Grow as we go.
Wow, that was amazing. It was touching. Thank you to Gio, but Mary, obviously, there's some sort of connectedness between Usnavi and Benny that we weren't noticing.
Yes, I think that in the Heights sequel is much needed. Absolutely.
Yes, we need to answer these questions. But if you want to see yourself on the surface doing what you love, make sure to check out our card linked on our Instagram bio or the Mainstage website.
Yes, please feel free to DM us on Instagram at thesurface.scpa, or you can email us at thesurfacescpa@gmail.com.
And that's all the time we have for today. But before we go, we'd like to acknowledge our wonderful team here at The Surface. We'd like to recognize our graphic designers, Ashia Chua, Enrique Bracamontes, and my sister, Alyssa Antonio. And we'd also like to thank our CPD and arts committees over at ASB. We'd like to thank our admin staff and the team over at FOSPA supporting us behind the scenes, Ms. Gutierrez, Ms. Silva Garcia, and Mr. Trujillo, as well as our executive producers, Loren Villanueva and Izzy Silva. Without them, this show wouldn't have been possible.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. Don't go just yet. We still need to let you know next week's topic. So, as we know, Adrian is a vocal major. I am a musical theater major, which makes us pretty noisy and talkative. Non-performers don't really get as much screen time. So our next episode is all about highlighting the C in SCPA. So join us on the 22nd to listen to unsung voices of our school.
And make sure to take our survey. You can find it on your screen or our Instagram page or the Main Stage website. We look forward to seeing you next time on The Circus.
The Circus.
Do we say it at the same time?
Yeah, I think so. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. Make sure to tune in next time.
Bye.